October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, highlighting the dangers that lurk online. And the numbers are worrying. A 2021 Interpol report placed South Africa top in Africa in cyber threats and third globally, with more than 230 million threats detected in that period. Online scams are growing at an alarming rate and have become big business for cyber criminals. Consumer journalist Wendy Knowler has some useful tips and telltale signs to look out for. She joins us now this hour live here on ENC. Wendy, good afternoon. Yeah, times are really hard and criminals are to be found prowling everywhere, but especially now on the online world. I mean, cyber crime is soaring. Just the other day, I saw a report by the report that focuses on organized cyber crime, for example, and it's just soaring and soaring. What are you seeing, before we talk about the tips, what are you seeing, Wendy?
So, Dan, I think the biggest problem is people are too trusting, too naive when they go online to shop. They have a need and they want it fulfilled as soon as possible. And what often happens is they will just Google a particular brand of sneakers, say, or trainers, and maybe add the city that they're in. And they'll get a result. They'll get a few results. And they click on and they start looking at the lovely merchandise. And usually the price is good. There's a sale. And, you know, they click, they pay, and then they don't get the goods. They're not checking the URL. They're not looking to see if their contact details. They're not thinking about, what if I need to contact this company if something goes wrong? Can I contact them? So I think it's just instant gratification, sort of not bearing in mind, you know, the very high risk that they're going to be landing on a cloned or a scam site.
Yeah, no, I mean, it might be difficult maybe for many people just to make out what does a scam look like, you know, and they are online, as you say, they're excited about the purchase they want to make, and it looks like it's reasonable and it's great. What are the telltale signs that people should be looking out for, Wendy?
Okay, Dan, there's a very, very long list, and some of it is quite technical. So I think I'm going to give you just the most simple ones that if people just look out for these things, they will most definitely spare themselves falling for one of these scams. So the first thing is to look at the URL. That's basically the website address. You go up to that field, have a look at every letter. If the name of the brand is spelled wrong, that's a big red flag. If it's not the genuine company, you'll be able to see if you just look at that address very carefully. The other thing is if everything is on sale, or if the basic price being asked is a lot cheaper than what you'd normally find that item for. People get caught. There's a big scam with shipping containers. So many people wanting them to do various things, shops, extensions to homes, all sorts of things, offices. That's a huge fraud area. So you must always know the genuine price of what you're looking for before you start going onto various sites. The other thing is that by law, the Electronic Communications and Transactions Act, to be precise, these online retailers have to put very specific contact details. So they need to put a physical address. They need to put a phone number. And often on these scam sites, there will just be a web form. So they're asking for all your details, but they're not giving you any means to contact them. If there is an address, we can use technology to help us. You go into Google Maps and you can see the street, the location. If it looks odd, if it looks like that company could possibly be based there, move on. So you can go as far as, you know, people get into detective mode after they've been caught. You can see the street address, look for another company with that address, just Google it and phone them. And invariably they'll say, oh, we get lots of people coming here looking for that company. It doesn't exist. Yeah, those are the main ones. And I'd also say, pose an inquiry, ask a general question, just make it up if you haven't got a real question, and see if you can contact them by phone preferably, or if they answer your email quickly. That's, you know, they need to be contactable. It's not foolproof, because, you know, they could answer you before you pay your money and then not afterwards. And then a final one, very important. If you are unable to pay by credit card, take that as a very big red flag, because that is the retailer trying to avoid chargeback. That's when, if you don't get what you paid for, your credit card company via the bank which issued your card will go to the merchant's bank and thereby get your money back for you. So if they don't want you to pay by credit card, yeah, move on.
Yeah, Wendy, we're in October, not far away from the festive season. And also there is that, I don't know if it still happens in November, Black Friday stuff that happens.
Black Friday.
Yeah,
and
people...
Dan, it's not just, it's the whole month now.
It's a whole month. Okay,
about a month from now we'll start seeing
a month from now,
those.
we're going to start having that in campaigns. Is it okay to advise people to say, also rather maybe stick with the tried and tested, make sure that these are people who've been legitimately over time been an online platform that sells goods?
Yes, that is something to say. But obviously, I don't want to be saying there is no room for the newcomers. I'm saying if you're going to go with the newcomers, you need to be, you need to do your homework first. So go on to consumer review sites such as Hello Peter, Trustpilot. There are several, and have a look at recent reviews. See how long the company has been operating, all that sort of thing. So if it's a company that you've never done business with, then to just blindly, without doing any checks, go and pay for something is asking for trouble. A very high chance that you will
when
be
we
had.
find that, I mean, I
yes.
think, the other important point to make is, I mean, there's no recourse really. If you've gone willingly onto a website and you saw something that was too good to be true, and you purchase it and you didn't follow the red flags, and the money's gone, the money is gone.
Well, as I said, if you paid by a credit card, there is a chance, if there is funds in that merchant's bank account still, that if you go to your bank, ask for the disputes department and lodge a chargeback request, there is a chance that you can get your money back that way. I've tried it myself. It does work. So if you're going to try a new one, for goodness sake, always pay with a credit card.
Okay, thank you very much, Wendy Knowler, consumer journalist, with some very useful tips and what to look out for as you're going to be engaging in online shopping. I mean, the month of November is upon us, and then it's a festive season, so many deals being offered online. But we live in a world where an Interpol report has shown that cyber threats are really on the grow, and cyber crime is on the grow. And South Africa is fast becoming the capital of cyber crime on our continent. So please do take care, look out for those signs, and make sure you shop wisely.